welcome back to my channel. My name is Misha, aka Pieces of Mish, and today I'm going to be talking about why I stopped wrapping crystals. So a lot of people have been asking me, Misha, can you wrap this for me? Misha, can you wrap this for me? No. Let me say it in slow motion. No. So in order to understand why I don't wrap crystals anymore, let's backtrack as to why I started wrapping crystals. So I started wrapping crystals in March of 2018. And literally the only reason why I started wrapping was because of these, okay? Like I like to wear, well, I used to wear, well, and I still do, but I was wearing my crystals in my bra. You know, I like to carry my stones with me places that I go, especially like my small tumbled stones. So, you know, might have a little citrine in there, might have a little black tourmaline. I think right now I have like a citrine and an emerald on the left and a small black tourmaline on the right. But what had happened back in 2018 was the girls are only but so big, okay? And I wanted to carry more crystals on me. So I said, Misha, instead of buying wrapped crystals, just do it yourself. So I went to Michael's. I bought some, you know, cheap little like 18, I don't know, maybe 20, 18 gauge wire. And I just literally, I started wrapping. And kid you not, my first wraps were trash. Trash, terrible. The ring, it would just kind of like roll around my finger. I wrapped a necklace, which I can't even remember which stone it was. The ring was a carnelian, but the necklace, it was a white stone. Can't remember what it was, but I ended up giving it away. It's a stone that's good for your bones. If you know what stone I'm talking about, drop it in the comments because I really can't remember, but I ended up giving it to my best friend. But anyways, that's why I started wrapping. I just really needed space to carry my crystals and they couldn't fit in my bra anymore. So fast forward, I had ended up quitting my job at that same time, and then I moved back home and I was living with my mom. So at that time when I was living with my mom, I didn't have a lot to do. You know what I mean? I had a lot of free time. And I found that wrapping crystals just brought me so much. It just brought me so much joy. I was able to use my hands. I was connecting with, you know, my just creative energy, and I had a lot of time on my hands. So I just started wrapping more crystals. And my friends started to notice that I was getting better at it. And they were like, oh, Misha, wrap this for me, wrap this for me. So I started wrapping them for my friends, and then they started paying me. So it kind of turned into a thing, and I'm like, ooh, I was already Pieces of Mish on social media, but then I started wrapping the crystals, and I'm like, oh wow, like this is my art, this is a piece of me. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue to use that name and, you know, call my crystals Pieces of Mish. So that's what I did. And I loved doing it. I literally, my morning routine was wake up, meditate, pray, wrap. And then I would just wrap all day long because I literally had no job and nothing else to do. So I was just wrapping crystals. And for a time, it was exactly what I loved to do and what I wanted to do and what I needed for my healing and to help other people heal. So the reason why you came here is to know why I stopped wrapping crystals. So I'll give you 3 reasons why I no longer wrap crystals. And the first reason, it stopped being fun. So what do I mean by it stopped being fun? The healing component was kind of taken out of it. So I would have people hit me up on Instagram like, hey Misha, I want a pink stone. Hey Misha, I want a yellow stone. And they didn't really care so much about the healing aspect of the crystal. They just wanted a piece of cool jewelry. And that wasn't my thing. So, you know, I would get back to people and say, hey, you know, like, well, what components are you looking for in a stone? Oh, I don't know. I just want a pink one wrapped in gold wire. And that's not the reason why I was doing it. So, you know, for those people, they probably didn't get a stone because that wasn't the business I was entertaining. I really wanted to do it because I wanted to connect with people on a level and talk about healing, right? So a typical conversation, if you were actually looking for healing from using crystals, would be, hey, Misha, do you have any suggestions for stones that are good with anxiety? Oh, sure. I've used this stone to help with my anxiety, and this is how you can use it to help you as well. Is this something you would like? And that kind of conversation. And that's what made wrapping crystals fun. And once that component was taken out of it, I really didn't enjoy it. It wasn't as fun as it used to be. The second reason why I stopped wrapping crystals, my life was changing. I had gotten a new job. I moved across the states, a couple states, to the Midwest, and I was working full-time. I was serving on an on-call rotation. I was not meditating as much as I used to, and I really didn't have a lot of time. And what people don't know or understand is that when I wrap crystals, it's a process. It's not just me being able to go to work and then, okay, I just got off work, let me go wrap a whole bunch of stones. That's not how it works. It's a spiritual process for me. If I'm not spiritually in tune with myself and my spiritual journey, then the crystals aren't going to turn out the way that I would want them to, and I wouldn't be comfortable producing that type of work. So, for example, I freehand wrap, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how other people wrap, but I just kind of get the crystal in my hand, get the wire, and I just go. But what a lot of people don't know is I see the design before I even do it, and then I just kind of go ahead and do it. So what I mean by that is I see a lot of things in my dreams, right? And I would go to sleep at night and I would see the design for that crystal, and I would wake up and do it. And when I started working full-time and just, had a lot on my plate and honestly just a lot of stress from working, I stopped dreaming. And for me, that was so sad because my dreams are motion pictures, okay? Like, aside from seeing crystals in my dreams or seeing wrap designs, I also write in my dreams. So if you follow Pieces of Mish for a while, I had a blog, and all of my blogs were written in my sleep. I dreamt them, and then I would just wake up, open my laptop, and just go to work. So I'm very connected with my intuition through sleeping, and I stopped seeing crystal designs in my sleep. So when I would go to wrap a crystal just because someone asked, I honestly wouldn't even know what to do because I felt really disconnected from my spirituality. The reason number 3, it's really a personal reason. It's something that I've honestly only ever shared with one other person. Maybe, I don't know if I've shared it with other people. I might have shared it with some of my closest friends, but my dad had rheumatoid arthritis, and I remember sometimes his hands would just cramp up, like his hands would just distort. And I never really understood it. I just knew that it was something that he had. And I noticed when I would wrap a lot of crystals, my hands would do the same thing, and it would happen just sporadically throughout the day. It happened a lot while I was asleep, and it was scary. It was very, very scary. And I always used to think to myself, why are you doing this? If my hands are really created, to create and to heal, why am I experiencing so much pain right now? And my hands would do that often, to the point where I was very scared because I didn't know what was going on with myself and my body. And that kind of scared me away from wrapping, and especially wrapping a lot. And that's another reason why I stopped wrapping crystals. So am I going to start wrapping crystals again? I doubt it. And I'm at a space in my life where I feel like I've reached my potential in wrapping. I mean, I can always get better, but with getting better takes practice. I no longer have the time to invest into wrapping crystals. It was very much a great experience. You know, I love the people that I met through doing it, and I love the community that I've built through doing it, but it's just not a part of my life journey anymore. And because I take my healing and my spirituality so serious, I feel like the things that I do now have to be intentional. And I feel like I'm creating a new lane for myself, whereas wrapping crystals was fun, it was cute, but it is no longer where I'm at in my spiritual journey. So that's basically why I stopped wrapping crystals. That part of my spiritual journey is in the past, and Pieces of Mish has some new things to offer. So if you want to continue to see my growth and my journey, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time in another video. Bye.